Right now at 6, a former jail employee faces criminal charges following allegations of misconduct toward an inmate.
We've got some partly cloudy skies out there. Clouds increasing as we head into the afternoon ahead of our shower and storm chances late this evening and tomorrow. I'll look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, a Missouri city secures millions in federal funding for a major infrastructure project.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. At 6 a.m., I'm Samantha Walker.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is Friday, February the 13th. As we just discussed, through the morning, I'm sure there's some superstitious folks. Maybe they're going to stay home, maybe not risk going out today. And then there's others who it doesn't bother them at all, and they're going to go on about business like normal. And it's also your last day if you are doing anything for Valentine's Day to really get ready, because you don't want to be out in the rain trying to do this stuff.
No. And I went and picked up the last couple of little things I needed yesterday, and there was still plenty. So you don't really have a great excuse now. Good.
That's good to know. If you haven't been out there yet, you still have some stuff you can go and get. Thankfully, this isn't like Thanksgiving or Christmas where things disappear like in the first couple of weeks of the month.
And then it's like the week before, and you're like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, you're left with, like cans of Spam, and that's going to be your Thanksgiving dinner. So don't wait till the last minute, but at least there's still some options out there. And if you're heading out today to do that, today is a good day to do so. At least the majority of it, the first 2/3 of it. Then the rain starts rolling in late tonight. We're going to start, though, with this morning and a live look from downtown Pittsburgh. And again, you can see the moon up there in the far upper if you're looking at your TV, the far upper left corner of your screen. Again, we have some partly cloudy skies out there. It's otherwise looking pretty decent. West Coast camera 7th in range line in Joplin. Looks good so far. A trip over to the KDOT camera 69-400. Looking north, looks good. And our final stop, the MoDOT camera 20th in range line in Joplin. Also looking good this morning. However, let's see, what would it be? That's about 14 or 15 hours, these roads are going to be a bit on the wet side. We are sitting at 38 in Joplin, 34 in Pittsburgh, and across the region, again, temperatures are above average. There are some chilly spots, absolutely, but all of these numbers above average. Stockton, you're the cold spot at 30. It puts you the closest to normal. We should be again in the upper 20s. Bentonville, Anderson tied up for the warmer spots, though, both sitting at 4. No, I'm sorry. I didn't even see that. Neosho, I apologize. Neosho, you're the warm spot at 42 right now. And again, clouds will begin to increase. We're partly cloudy through the first half of the day. Into the afternoon, clouds increasing. And then after about 6, we'll start to see isolated initially shower and thunderstorm development. By 8, a little more scattered out there. And by midnight, it becomes a bit more widespread with shower and thunderstorm chances. So that also means, kids going to school. A lot of them have Valentine's Day parties today. They don't have to worry about any of that stuff getting soaked because we're going to be dry during the school day here. Low 40s as they head out the door, about 65 by lunch and recess, 70 as they head home this afternoon. We're going to go upper 40s by 9, about mid 60s by noon. Again, highs right around 70, so some upper 60s, some low 70s. Shower and storm chances gradually picking up as we head into the evening, mid 60s by 6. Winds will be calm or light out of the south and east. Shower and thunderstorm chances, again, ramp up overnight tonight, last virtually all day tomorrow. We'll talk about the timing on that and how long our warmer temperatures stick around in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Chris, thanks. Allen County prosecutors charge a former sheriff's office employee with battery. Stephanie Vest faces the charges after allegations of misconduct towards an inmate at the Allen County Jail. The incidents happened between 2024 and 2025 while Vest worked as a civilian employee. Sheriff Anthony Menes contacted the Kansas Bureau of Investigation in December to assist with the investigation. Prosecutors filed the battery charge against Vest Wednesday. The sheriff's office placed Vest on leave during the investigation and later terminated her employment. Officials have not released additional details about the specific nature of the alleged incidents. Grove, Oklahoma opens a new expo center on Wolf Creek. The 47,000 square foot facility includes a 6,200 square foot outdoor patio. The center provides space for expos, business meetings, and dinners. Grove officials say the community needed a place to grow and develop.
Actually, Grove has gotten a lot of ODOT money just recently, so there are some plans to look at the facility, look at the traffic, and they're taking that into consideration very carefully.
We take a closer look at the venue with our very own Chris Warner as he previews the Oklahoma Tackle, Hunting, and Boat Show at 7 a.m. on Fox 14. Well, the Chapel Drive Overpass project in Monette is moving forward, with city leaders planning the community's third railroad overpass to ease traffic and cut down on train-related delays. The $7.6 million project is funded in part by a $4.9 million federal crisis rail infrastructure and safety grant, with added support from MoDOT and the railroads. City officials say the overpass will improve emergency access to the hospital along Highway 60 and support growth nearby, including a new Amazon last mile facility expected to bring around 100 jobs. Monette leaders are awaiting final Federal Railroad Administration approval, and once work begins, Chapel Drive could be closed for up to 15 months. Well, students in Missouri's public schools may soon be spending more time in PE classes. Some Missouri lawmakers are pushing to double the amount of daily physical activity required for students K through 12. The bill passed out of a House committee Wednesday. As Kava Ramesh reports, supporters say it could improve academic performance and student behavior, while others worry about how it fits into the school day.
Your vote of 6 ayes, 4 noes, and 1 present, you have voted House Bill 2748 do pass.
I think we all understand that kids are moving less throughout their days than maybe they have in decades past. We know that technology has affected that.
State law currently only requires elementary school students to average 30 minutes of physical activity per day.
Learning outcomes are falling. It's seeing that behavioral issues are rising. It's seeing that mental health issues and problems amongst our youth especially are rising.
Representative Bishop Davison wants to change that.
Physical activity on a daily basis has a lot of data behind it to show that it can address all 3 of those things at the exact same time.
This bill requires all students in every grade to participate in moderate physical activity for a minimum of 60 minutes per day, including at least one 20-minute recess period, which can be included during lunch.
No. Williams? Yes.
Some lawmakers who voted against the bill raised concerns about the possible disruption of instructional time.
We're not interested in adding time. We're interested in prioritizing physical activity amongst our young people.
Davidson says up to 10 minutes of physical activity could count toward academic instructional time.
The bill also includes special conditions for students with disabilities. That's a look at this morning's top stories and weather coming up on the KOAM Morning News. A major federal enforcement operation comes to an end after weeks of national controversy. And we're tracking thunderstorm chances heading into the weekend. Chris has a look at your forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. Topping Nation Watch, the White House sends a new proposal to Democrats to fund the Department of Homeland Security and avoid a partial government shutdown set to take effect on Saturday. As senators debate ICE reforms, the government's top officials are testifying on Capitol Hill, and the Minnesota operation that brought the issue to the forefront is coming to an end. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
We've seen a big change here in the last couple of weeks.
The president's border czar Tom Homan announced this morning the federal immigration enforcement operation in Minnesota is winding down.
I have proposed, and President Trump has concurred, that this surge operation conclude.
Homan says a small federal footprint will remain following the weeks-long operation that set off a national debate over the Trump administration's immigration enforcement tactics.
It comes at a cost of the lives of 2 U.S. citizens, Renee Good and Alex Preddy.
Democrats blocked a procedural vote this afternoon.
The motion is not agreed to.
Accusing Republicans of not getting serious about negotiating change.
We demand common sense solutions, practical solutions, solutions that every police department in America abides by to rein in ICE, stop the violence.
The White House and Senate Democrats have traded proposals this week, while GOP lawmakers have pushed back against some of the key Democratic proposals, including restricting agents from wearing masks and tightening rules around warrants.
They want our law enforcement to be totally vulnerable and put them in a lot of danger. They have some things that are really very hard to approve.
If DHS funding lapses, a partial shutdown would impact agencies including the TSA, Coast Guard, and FEMA. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune says he will adjourn the Senate for the weekend on Friday if no deal is reached before then. Well, still to come, from thriller series to celebrity auctions to animated franchise expansions. Plus, Chris is going to have a full look at your weekend forecast, including those rain chances when we come back. Here's your chance to own a piece of Hollywood history as an entertainment icon teams up with a famous auction house. And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are coming back in a big way. Here's Jared Hill with your Eye on Entertainment.
Nicole Kidman has a secret in the new thriller series Scarpetta.
I came back to this job because I didn't like the way I left things last time around.
In the upcoming Prime Video series, adapted from Patricia Cornwell's best-selling novels, Kidman plays Dr. Kay Scarpetta, a woman returning as chief medical examiner in her hometown after leaving under mysterious circumstances. Her latest case is eerily similar to a grisly murder from her first stint on the job. Kidman's sister, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, wants none of it.
It's a barrel of monkeys I would not want popping open.
Scarpetta debuts on Prime Video March 11th. Here's your chance to own a bit of Hollywood history. Whoopi Goldberg is teaming up with Julian's Auctions next month. Pieces from the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award winner will be available, including Goldberg's blue blazer from Sister Act 2, part of a costume from her stint in Broadway's The Lion King, and items worn on The View. A portion of the proceeds will go to charity.
There's something interesting for everyone because everything tells a story.
The Whoopi Goldberg auction is scheduled for March 10th and 11th. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are gearing up for a takeover. Paramount announced plans to lean into the pizza-loving reptilian crime fighters with a new 30-episode animated series designed for YouTube, 2 new books, new toys, and 3 Ninja Turtle-themed pizza shops in the U.S., Mexico, and Brazil. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Some very exciting things to look forward to. Well, now here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Again, clouds will begin increasing as we head into the afternoon. Our shower and thunderstorm chances begin increasing late this evening into the overnight hours. We'll have a complete look at your forecast, break it all down for you when the KOAM Morning News returns. Time now, 6:17.
Here's your Skywatch weather forecast from the trusted Roper Kia Weather Center.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 6:20 now on this finally Friday in the 4 states. And again, we are partly cloudy to start the day as we head into the afternoon. Clouds begin increasing. If the skies begin increasing, it's again a whole different situation. But clouds will begin increasing as we head into the afternoon and evening. And as you can see, an update to the future track, because this updates every so many hours with new data, and we had those sprinkles around Yates Center, but now you can see a few more spotty showers that it's trying to throw out there across parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas as early as 5, but that doesn't change much else. Still scattered showers, a few thunderstorms by 8 o'clock, so after 6 we go from isolated to scattered, and we go a little later into the evening, about midnight. Now we've got a few more showers and thunderstorms out there as we push into the overnight hours, and these will again continue to overspread the region and through the very early morning hours tomorrow. By 5, showers, thunderstorms just about everywhere. Now again, I want to emphasize, I'm going to do it now, while we have the energy for thunderstorms, we at this time do not have the energy for any severe storms, which is good. But the lightning's still dangerous on its own, so keep that in mind if you're heading out. If you're heading out for breakfast, lunch, or dinner tomorrow, you're going to need that umbrella ready to go because we put the future track into motion. 8 a.m. Showers, a few rumbles of thunder out there. We go to lunchtime. Showers, a few rumbles of thunder out there. We're going to head into about dinner time, about 5 o'clock or so. Showers, a few thunderstorms out there. It's going to be consistent through the day. Now, some of these could produce some heavy rain at times, so do keep that in mind. If you're traveling, just be aware that the heavy rain is possible. By 9, some of these showers still hanging on out there, and they'll begin to continue to clear as we go overnight. Saturday into Sunday, and then the clouds clearing as we head through the morning and afternoon hours on our Sunday, eventually leaving us with a pretty decent Sunday. I know it's Valentine's Day. If you are heading out, that rain, It's inconvenient, but at the same time, we can't pick the days it lands on, but we need this rain, so we're certainly not going to chase it away. We absolutely need rain in the area. It won't solve our drought problems, but it will certainly help. Precipitation tracker, we'll take a look at the rainfall totals out there. Still in that 1 to 3 inch zone on average across the area. Some slightly heavier amounts down south because, again, thunderstorm chances are now just about anywhere, but the better chances for rumbles of thunder, some heavier rain is going to be in the southern half of our area as we head through tonight and tomorrow. As for this morning, though, partly cloudy skies and nearly 20-degree jump in temperatures from the low 40s by 8 to the low 60s by 11 a.m. A very warm day for us, back about 70 for the high. With that said, of course, some upper 60s, some low 70s. There'll be a blend. Winds will be calm or light out of the south and east. As we go into the evening hours, as mentioned, shower, thunderstorm activity gradually increasing in coverage as we go through the evening. Now, because the clouds are coming in right about the right time, you can see we're still in the mid-50s by 10. Our lows tonight only to the upper 40s and low 50s because the clouds are going to help keep some of that warmer air from today in. So we have a much warmer day today, and that will help with a slightly warmer night tonight. Southeast winds at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Winds out of the south tomorrow, occasionally gusting to 20, highs into the upper 50s, low 60s. Of course, thunderstorms, that's kind of a given at this point. Back into the mid 40s overnight Saturday. We're going to see about 60 on Sunday. Skies again clearing through the day. Not bad for Monday, sunny skies, mid to upper 60s. We get the 70s back in here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Some shower chances, they're not great, but they're there late Tuesday into Wednesday. Same for Friday and Saturday. Shower and thunderstorm chances, those chances aren't great at this point, but at least they're there. And again, even by next Sunday, dropping back in the low 50s. The next 10 days continue to remain consistent with temperatures remaining above normal. That's a check of your forecast. We're going to send it over to Samantha now with Health Watch.
Thanks, Chris. Organizers hope for another record turnout for this year's Freeman 5K and Autism Walk. The event, entering its 7th year, continues to grow. Last year, it drew 866 participants. This year, teams can compete by raising funds with prizes awarded to the top 3 groups. In addition to the 5K and walk, the event also features a car show, vendors, and activities for families in a fair-like setting.
So this event, really, we hate to call it a fundraiser because it has a dual purpose. We do raise a lot of funds, and those funds go to help offset costs of the treatment. Treatment for autism is very expensive on families, and so all of this money goes to help provide scholarships for them.
This year's event, themed Zero to Zoom, will take place Saturday, April 18th at the Bill and Virginia Leffen Center for Autism in Joplin. Well, February is American Heart Month, a time to raise awareness about cardiovascular health. It has special meaning for a little boy who has a new heart after spending a year and a half in the hospital. Stephanie Stahl has his story.
11-year-old Colin Hummer reunited with Nettle, a facility dog at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
Let me hold the leash.
Nettle was an important distraction and comfort for Colin and his family while he was at CHOP for 530 days, being treated for complicated congenital heart defects.
It's a lot of trauma, and it's scary.
Colin's mom, Joy, says there were a variety of difficult complications, and ultimately, he needed a heart transplant.
There was a period of time that he wasn't even eligible for a heart transplant because he was so sick. And those were some of the hardest days of my life.
Colin ended up with a mechanical heart waiting for the transplant and was kept busy at the hospital until the new heart was found in October.
How's it feel?
Good.
3 months after the transplant, his doctors are thrilled to see how well Colin is doing.
It's just an incredibly heartwarming and validating thing to see. We're very optimistic for lots of good news for him in the future.
You know, child life, the nurses, the staff just become part of your family.
When Colin was finally ready to leave CHOP's cardiac center, they had a send-off parade. Now adjusting to life with his new heart, Colin is focused on school and his passion.
I like to cook.
You like to cook? What's your favorite thing to make?
Well, tonight we're making artichoke crab dip.
He wants to be a chef when he grows up, looking forward to his second chance at life with a new heart. Stephanie Stahl, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Well, transitioning to sports, high school and college basketball fills the sports slate here in the 4 states. Tipping it off in Joplin, the MSSU women hosted Northwest Missouri State. Grace Frazier ran the Lions offense early in the second quarter, setting up Nariah Clay for a wide open 3 and then driving in herself for a tough finish at the rim. The Bearcats answered behind Andrea Lapido, who found Boston Wand underneath and later converted a 3-point play to shift the momentum. Northwest Missouri State goes on to upset the Lions 65-60, handing MSSU its first home season loss of the season. The MSSU men's team closed out the night against Northwest Missouri State, looking for a 5th straight win. Gavin Eckamil set the tone early, driving and kicking to Braden Williams for 3, with Colin Ruffin adding a tough bank shot to keep the Lions rolling. The Bearcats answered behind Aiden Gare and Robbie Garcia, who provided key buckets to swing the momentum back to Northwest. Northwest Missouri State holds on late to win 81-74 and complete the road sweep in Joplin. Joplin's girls basketball team hosted Republic in a COC matchup. The Eagles moved the ball well early with Alyssa Owens, Solney Parker, and Ava Wolf combining for Joplin's offense. Republic pulled away behind steady scoring and second chance points to control the game late. The Eagles fall at home 61-20. On the Kansas side, rivals Colgan and Frontenac squared off in Pittsburgh. The Panthers built an early lead behind hot shooting from Jakayla Davis, who hit multiple threes in the first quarter. Colgan took control in the second, with Davis continuing to score from long range and finishing with 41 points. The Panthers roll to a 69-38 win over Frontenac. And the boys' rivals also met up and competed. You can see that right there. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, future educators hit the campus of PSU for Teacher Interview Day.
And we've got some partly cloudy skies to start the day. Clouds increasing into the afternoon, along with our rain chances. A look at your forecast coming up.
Joplin residents will be asked to vote yes or no to change emergency ordinance to expedited ordinance. I'm Nelly Lopez with more details on that coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:32. I'm Samantha Walker.
And I'm Chris Warner. It is now Friday, February the 13th. As we talked about, some are superstitious, some aren't. And of course, tomorrow, Valentine's Day. Some are going to be taking part, some aren't.
You know, it is what it is.
It is, exactly. We got 2 days in a row here where, some people are impacted by these days. Others, it's just another day in the week.
But I think everybody is looking forward to the weekend.
I think so. Well, I mean, maybe not so much
the rain.
Maybe not so much that rain, but I know we're ready for the weekend for sure. And like I said, I know that the rain's bad timing for the holiday, but at the same time, we need it, and we will certainly take it. Yes. No rain, though, this morning. We're taking a live look from downtown Pittsburgh, where, again, we've got some partly cloudy skies looking fairly good this morning as we start to see a little daylight out there. West Coast camera, 7th and range line in Joplin. Also looking good this morning. Same for the KDOT camera, 69-400, looking back north along 69. And we'll take one more stop to the MoDOT camera, 20th and range line in Joplin. Looks good so far this morning. Let's talk about temperatures. We're sitting at 38 in Joplin, 34 in Pittsburgh right now. And across the area, temperatures look like this. Above average. It's where we all are. We've got low, mid, and upper 30s. Bentonville now back to be in the warm spot at 41. But all in all, it's chilly, but not so bad and still above normal out there. And that's still the trend. The next 10 days, I don't even have to show you the 10-day forecast. I can tell you right now, the next 10 days, our temperatures will continue to remain above normal. We get cool. Don't get me wrong. We get cool. We get chilly here and there, but we stay above average. All right. Future track by noon. We've got the clouds starting to gradually increase, eventually going mostly cloudy as we head into the afternoon. So by 4, we are definitely mostly cloudy. By about 5, 6, we'll start with initially isolated showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. And then as we go about 8 o'clock, they're a bit more scattered now. We're seeing a few more of these showers and thunderstorms out there, and those will continue to increase in coverage overnight tonight. No worries for the school day, though. 41 as kids head out the door this morning, or at least close to. 65 by lunch and recess. 70 as they head home later this this afternoon. We're looking to be near 50 by 9, mid-60s by noon, highs about 70, so upper 60s, low 70s on either side of that. Shower storms start building in later this evening, mid-60s by 6. Winds will be calm or light out of the south and east. All right, so the rain chances, we know they start picking up this evening. They will continue to increase in coverage tonight into tomorrow. I'll break down details on that. And I also mentioned our above normal temperatures hanging around. How warm will it get over the next few days? All of those answers in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Chris, thanks. Pitt State education students had the opportunity to network and participate in interviews for potential job openings at the school's teacher interview day yesterday. Representatives from 74 local districts were on hand at the Plaster Center, where they were able to participate in up to 10 interviews over the course of the event.
I have 5 or 6 for a position, so that makes it even more important to go out to events like this, get to know potential candidates because we're, again, the candidate pool is not as large as it used to be. So going to every event we possibly can to try to find the next best teacher for us is very important.
Several students expressed optimism and excitement for their interviews and credit the Pitt State Education Program for preparing them for what's next. Well, Joplin voters will decide a charter change that could affect how city government operates. On April 7th, residents will vote whether to rename emergency ordinances to expedited ordinances. These ordinances pass with just one city council vote instead of multiple readings. KOAM's Kelly Lopez explains why the city wants this change.
The people aren't confused about the word. The people know what the word emergency and expedited means, and the people know that thing that was happening, the loophole thing, is not happening anymore. And that's, to me, someone got in trouble, and that was their way of apologizing.
In 2025, the city commissioned the panel called Charter Review Commission to review the Joplin's Home Rule Charter and see if changes needed to be made.
One of the things that they came back with was whether or not we should change the language in some of our ordinances from emergency to expedited, because truly expediting is actually what we're doing. There's very few things that we would do that are emergency. Somebody's life's at risk here or something like that.
Some residents' concerns were as to what new categories would fall into the expedited ordinance.
We're not putting anything in there for an expedited bill that we're trying to slide under the rug or get pushed through without people paying attention to it. It's still going to be some of the same things that you would see under an expedited ordinance, such as a dangerous building being taken down. We need to get that done fast, and that's to keep everybody safe. Water main break, maybe we need to purchase a large piece of equipment.
Expedited intended to mean matters that require timely actions, not necessarily life-threatening situations. As for the process, the public is still allowed to comment and voice their concerns into the ordinance.
Show people that we're not changing the process, we're just changing how it's labeled. We're just moving from the word emergency over to expedited. Process is still the same.
No, I just think clarity is good, and that the change will decrease the amount of confusion.
In Joplin, Nellie Lopez, KOAM News.
Mayor Cortez says if this does not pass, the label emergency ordinance will remain the same. Voters have the option to vote yes or no at the April 7th election. That's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Coming up, Shannon Becker shares his big 3 stories of the week. Well, welcome back. We've got Shannon Becker in the studio with his big 3 news stories of the week. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day.
Almost. Happy Friday the 13th.
Well, it's close enough.
It's close enough.
I know you and the cats will be busy tomorrow. I saw you said that your cats are your Valentines.
They're getting a can of tuna tomorrow. So that's going to be the great thing.
I love that. Let's take a look at the big 3 stories this week. KOAM News Now live and local. What's happening where you live? Well, they are still investigating the cause of a chicken house fire. Look at that intense fire there.
Goodness.
It was about 5 miles north of Fairview. It happened on Tuesday. We learned about the fire from our friends at Joplin Trust. They spotted the huge plume of smoke. Midway Fire Chief Kevin Johnson told me that he had some great help from Granby Fire, Wheaton, Neosho, Stella, Newton County Ambulance, and Newton County deputies. They were hugely successful in stopping the fire from spreading to the other 2 additional chicken houses. but obviously, yeah, the structure and all the livestock inside were a total loss.
I mean, that drone video is just
It's
intense
amazing. It's amazing. My friend Kevin Reyes caught that. Our number 2 story, the insurance companies might have to haggle this one out. On Tuesday, tipsters told us of a pileup inside Zips Car Wash at 15th and Range Line. Joplin police and fire responded but found no one was injured. A passenger car was wedged under a large SUV. One vehicle, while exiting, failed to exit in time, or was it the conveyor belt that was supposed to stop and it failed, pushing the car under the other? Well, it's unconfirmed, but a source here told us this has actually happened before. A wrecker came, took the vehicles apart carefully, and once freed, everybody was able to drive away.
I mean, that is my greatest fear, though. When I go to a car wash, I'm like, that is like my internal fear of like, that's going to happen. And now I have proof that it might.
My friend Callie said, new fear unlocked. And last Friday, a huge and growing cloud of black smoke on the western edge of Joplin became an all-hands-on-deck affair. It was U.S. Assets and Recovery on Black Cat Road. Now, by chance, I was at the museum complex and arrived quickly. Carl Junction Fire Chief Joe Perkins told us on the scene he was immediately concerned when he heard about the fire. As firefighters from all over battled the blaze to stop the spread, they were experiencing exposure to caustic material. Some of them were saying their arms were burning, their wrists and stuff. It's called sodium hydroxide is what they were exposed to. Firefighters also had burning around their mask seals on their face, and their boots were melting, if you could actually believe that.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, exactly. All the firefighters were decontaminated at the scene, hazmat guidelines, and 9 firefighters were transported to area hospitals. They were treated for burns, now not for smoke inhalation or anything, they were treated for burns. But more details on our website. And our bonus story of the week, take a flashback to Southtown Sporting Goods, Southtown Bait. Now, this sign was at near 32nd and Main for decades. Tornado destroyed it. Spencer Agus, who is a part of the Agus family, I guess the video's over, I don't know. Yeah. It's part of the Agus family, and they started Southtown Bait at Southtown Sporting Goods, and so that was an iconic sign. They refabbed it as he renamed his he owns Realty Executives. So they dropped the name Realty Executives, it's a franchise, and now they took the iconic sign, fixed it after the tornado, all season signs did. And so now it's Southtown Real Estate, which is really cool, I think. And they've got the iconic fish out front. So,
you know, I think that's going to be like a really nice flashback, kind of memory lane
really, really
thing
cool.
for a lot of, you know, old-time Joplin residents.
Well, I'm not that old, but.
Yeah, well, it was probably, I remember the sign, Shannon.
Well, it got destroyed in the tornado, so it was here till about, obviously, May 11th, you know, or May 20, you know what I mean, 2011, of course. So take a look at it when you see it next time. It's 32nd and McConnell in Joplin.
Well, that's so fun. Well, thank you so much, Shannon. Thank you for joining us.
Meow.
Yes.
Will you be my Valentine? I'm just kidding.
Well, happy Valentine's, Shannon. Happy Valentine's to the 4 states. We're going to be right back.
Time now for some Friday birthdays and anniversaries, and we're going to start in Baxter Springs with Grayson Corpier celebrating birthday number 1. It says, with love from Mimi, Papa, and Aunt Kensley. Happy birthday.
And in Chanute, Jack Nicholas celebrating birthday number 2. It says, love you. You bring great joy to our lives from all your family. Happy birthday, Jack.
And over to Joplin, where Zach Baldwin is celebrating birthday number 12 with love from Mimi and Papa. Happy birthday.
And in Parsons, Maverick Sharp is celebrating birthday number 18. Happy birthday, Maverick.
And we've got Lincoln and Jenny Whaley celebrating their 5th wedding anniversary today. Very happy anniversary to the Whaleys.
And another anniversary in McCune, Kansas this time. Frosty and Roe Parsons are celebrating their 23rd year. Happy anniversary to them.
And this is quite a few on here. We don't usually get this many. We've got Gary and Lisa Sandberg. Well, okay, never mind. It just clicked with why. We've got Gary and Lisa Sandberg celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary in Columbus with happy anniversary wishes from the grandkids.
And another anniversary, Butch and Barb Tripp are celebrating their 43rd anniversary. It says, happy anniversary, love Jennifer, Justin, Samantha, Ryder, SJ, Johnny, Gracie, Hayden, Billy, and Alex. Happy anniversary.
And in Webb City, Glenda Darnell celebrating another year wiser says, happy age advancement day from your forever. Happy birthday. I like that one.
And some twin birthdays. Bailey and Grace Coram are celebrating another year older and wiser. Happy birthday to them.
And in Columbus, Wilma Dooley celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Wilma.
And in Pittsburgh, Lisa Nutt is celebrating birthday number 63. Happy birthday, Lisa.
And out west to Altamont, where LD Curran is celebrating birthday number 94. Happy birthday.
And in Crestline, Walter York is celebrating another year older and wiser. Happy birthday, Walter.
And we've got Ariana Sharp celebrating a birthday today as well. A very happy birthday to you, and a happy birthday and anniversary to everybody on our list. Okay, so Sam, did you put it together?
It's Valentine's Day.
Yes,
And a lot of people tend to
our
get
Friday
married.
list carries into Saturday, and our Monday list covers Sunday. And it just dawned, now, not all of them are necessarily Valentine's anniversaries, but it just dawned on me. That's why we have so many. Well,
yes.
Regardless of when you got married or when you are celebrating, a birthday or anniversary, how you doing? It's so good to see you. Hey, it's Friday, man.
If you want us to celebrate with you,
how do you do that?
We would love to do that. You can send those birthdays, those anniversaries, those pictures, those messages to birthdays@komnewsnow.com. You can see that email on your screen, but also pay attention to that deadline on your screen so we can make sure we get it in plenty of time to be able to celebrate with you on your special day.
Very important information there. You know, this is the nice line of, oh, hello. Didn't see you come in there. So what we've got today, believe it or not, I am under the weather today. You probably have told, but it's Friday. All right, it's Friday, and I don't know about anybody else, but some nice rain, rumbles of thunder. When it's not severe, you can sleep really well to that, and that is my intention tonight. Before then, though, no rain yet. I got the clouds gradually increasing as we head into the afternoon today. Now, by 5, a few isolated sprinkles or showers start moving into the area. By 6, 7, don't. I can hear it back there already. Don't. By 6 or 7 o'clock this evening, we'll start to see more showers and storms begin to increase. So now they're still scattered, but we've got a few more of them by 8. And by about midnight, we're going to see a few more of these showers and storms out there. And we go into the early morning hours. It takes only a couple hours after we see that increase by midnight. By about 2 a.m., this is really the scene. And this is the scene all day tomorrow. That's about breakfast. Well, if you're waking up early, it's breakfast. If not, breakfast time-ish on Valentine's Day. Showers and storms. Lunch on Valentine's Day, showers and storms. We go to dinner on Valentine's Day, showers and storms. So I know that's kind of icky for Valentine's Day celebrations. Just keep the umbrella handy out there. The thing is, as we mentioned all morning, our drought situation here in the 4 states is not good. And so this rain will not cancel it out, but it is definitely beneficial. It is definitely needed across the area. It's picking a bad time to show up, but we will certainly take it, and it certainly beats snow and ice as well for Valentine's Day. So we'll have the showers and storms, and as I've mentioned, I want to just again reiterate for anybody seeing stuff online or whatever, while we do have the energy to support thunderstorms, we do not have the energy to support severe weather. Okay, so the lightning's still dangerous, and it can get loud and raucous with these storms, but we're not anticipating anything severe. The atmosphere's just not set up for it. And the thunderstorms we see, it's not going to be a continuous type of event. There will be pauses where you may just get some heavy rain in between. So once we get past that, we get to about 9, last of these showers, maybe a rumble of thunder start clearing out early Sunday morning. They're gone, and then skies will begin to clear as we head into the afternoon hours on our Sunday, looking pretty good. We're still looking at that about 1 to 3 inches of rainfall out there for us. So again, it's not a lot, but it's enough to help with our drought situation across the area. And as we go through the morning this morning, again, partly cloudy to start. 20-degree change here, about low 40s by 8, low 60s by 11. Got another look at your forecast here in just a moment. Your wake up recap, and we switch over to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. We're going to take a trip down to the new Expo Center in Grove. So we've talked about the center itself and the fact that it's new and ready to go. We're going to take a preview, yes, it'll be fun, of the events going on this weekend. That and more at 7.
This is your Wake Up Recap for February 13th, your top stories to start your day. Allen County prosecutors charge a former sheriff's office employee with battery. Stephanie Vest faces the charges after allegations of misconduct toward an inmate at the Allen County Jail. The incidents happened between 2024 and 2025 while Vest worked as a civilian employee. Sheriff Anthony Maness contacted the Kansas Bureau of Investigation in December to assist with the investigation. The sheriff's office placed Vest on leave during the investigation and later terminated her employment. That's a check of today's Wake Up Recap.
And we've got clouds again. Will begin increasing into the afternoon, so partly cloudy to start. About 70 for those highs, calm winds. And then after about 5, 6, we start with some isolated showers and eventually thunderstorm chances gradually increasing through the evening and overnight. And we'll go back into the low 50s. Showers and storms likely through the majority of our Saturday out there. Breezy, south winds gusting to 20, upper 50s for the highs. So just make sure you keep an umbrella handy. Again, just to set everybody at ease, no severe weather is expected with this activity at this time, and it should remain that way. Clearing out for Sunday and back into the 70s as we head into next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I know we could definitely use the rain, though.
We certainly need it. And again, bad timing for the holiday, but at the same time, we need it. We'll take it.
Yes, well, thank you, Chris. Coming up today at noon, we're making salmon Wellington in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. Valentine's Day, as we talked about, is tomorrow, but with costs on the rise, can you afford those flowers and chocolate? No, not really. Well, next on CBS Mornings, creative ways to celebrate on a budget.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, Shannon Becker joins us to break down his Big 3 live and local stories of the week.
And taking a trip down to the Grove to the new Wolf Creek Expo Center. So we've talked about the center itself, but what I did yesterday is we went down, we talked about the first event it's hosting, kicked off yesterday, continue into the weekend. We'll show you what's going on down there, but that's going to wrap it up for now. We'll be back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. No, we won't.